20, what did it say? Those that, we're going to be judged by our works. That's what it said. When he opened up the books, he's going to judge us by the books. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, some to shame and everlasting contempt, like he said, about brothers like you waking up spiritually. Ain't that he said something on those lines? And what are we doing? We waking up to everlasting life. How are we waking up to everlasting life? It just told you in Revelations 20. You're going to be judged by your works. We doing the works and keeping the faith. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Remember that, because we got something on that. Did you have on that? Yeah.
O ye of little faith,
Yep.
therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat?
Yep.
Or what shall we drink?
Yep.
Or wherewithal shall we be clothed?
Yep.
For after all these things do the Gentiles seek.
Right. So when these times come on earth that we're seeing that's coming, these horrible times, the day of the Lord is going to be a horrible day. The Lord coming back for war. He's going to take down the man on earth. And he's going to take the earth back. He's going to set up his kingdom. When the Lord sets up his kingdom, he's going to destroy America. If you think that when the Lord returns, he's going to allow America to continue going, you're a fool. He's going to destroy it. But like you said, take no thought of those things, you know, because the Gentiles, they going to be seeking after those things. That's what they going to put their faith in, but they going to be destroyed. Keep going.
For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness.
Yep.
And all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
Yeah, so you got to do the work. You got to put the work in. Seek no thought of those other things. If you search the kingdom, if you search for the Lord first in the kingdom, if that's where your love at, if that's where your heart at, is getting to the kingdom of heaven, then the Lord's going to give you everything. With, like going back to King Solomon, the Lord asked him what he wanted. He could have said anything in the world. What did he say? He said he wanted knowledge and wisdom. And because he asked for knowledge and wisdom, the Lord gave him everything else. Because he asked for knowledge and wisdom. You know, same thing with this. That's what it's saying. More on that.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Jump back to Matthew 5. Start at verse 16. Now remember, in Daniel 12 it says, verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many into righteousness as the stars forever and ever. And how are you doing that? You got to go out on the highways and byways. We ain't doing nothing different than what the prophets of old did. They went on the highways and byways and talked. They wear garments, they put fringes down to help you remember to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you know? We ain't doing nothing different than what the Lord was doing himself. Out there teaching. That's what you're supposed to do. Before the Lord destroys the kingdom, he sends his prophets back. That's the number one sign that the Lord is about to return, is by sending his prophets out to do the work. Now remember, it says those shall shine as the brightness of the firmament and like stars forever and ever.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works.
You gotta let your light shine before man. You can't just be on the internet all day. You gotta get out here and show yourself. You gotta have the sun on you. You gotta be out here in season, out of season. When it's hot, when it's cold, when it's windy, when it's rainy, when it's snowy. You gotta be out here. You gotta let your light shine, man. You can't just be in a house in the basement somewhere on the internet, on your phone. You just posted a meme on your phone, you playing the game, you stop, you took a little break from the game and you posted a meme and you think you know something. You gotta get out here, man, on these highways and byways. That's why they saying GMS is the top camp right now. Word around the whole mystery Babylon is that GMS is the top camp right now. Everybody knows that. That's something that, come on, man. If you don't know that, you under a rock. Everybody knows that GMS is the top camp now. Everybody knows that. And why is GMS the top camp? Because the truth, first off, the wise counsel, Proverbs verses 1, you know, the apostles, the big brothers, the elder, the order, the structure, right? In the highways and byways. GMS out there in season, out of season, it don't matter, they out there. Every week they out there. Every camp you go to any city, GMS is out there. Standing bold, doing the work, man.
Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one title shall in one wise pass from the law.
So we see the heaven, right? We see the skies. We see the earth. That means that the laws are not done away with. We have to keep the laws.
Exactly.
Period. And that's New Testament. That's coming directly from Yahweh Shai. What the fuck else is there to say? How can you wacky techie Christians say you ain't got to keep the laws? Romans 3:31 says that do we get rid of the law pretty much due through faith? God forbid. Now Yahweh Shai himself telling you, as long as you see the heaven, and you can't break it down more. We got to break this shit down. A, B, C. You can't break it down more than that. He said, as long as you see the heavens, as long as you on the earth, the law is not passed away with. Period. Keep going.
Till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Right. So the Israelites, out of the Israelites, if you breaking the commandments and teaching man that you ain't got to keep the commandments, yeah, you're going to be reborn back in the kingdom. You're going to be put to death. You're going to inherit the second death. You're going to taste it. And then you're going to be reborn and back into the kingdom. But you're going to be, what did it say?
Shall be called least.
You're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be a difference, man. Just like in this kingdom, you know a difference from Kanye West and Meek Mill. You can see the difference. So it's going to be the same way in the kingdom. We all going to be rich. We all going to have the glory. But you're going to see the difference, though. It's going to be levels to this thing, man. It says, Revelation 21, the apostles going to have their names on each foundation of the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be levels to this, man. There's levels to it in the heavens right now. The angels, every angel ain't got the same power. There's different levels. Michael the archangel, what does it mean to be an archangel? A high-ranking angel. He's over other angels. There's levels. And who's over him? Yahweh Shai. And who's over Yahweh Shai? Yahweh. There's levels to this, man. But you're gonna be called least in the kingdom of heaven if you telling people they ain't gotta keep the works. They ain't gotta keep the works is the law, statutes, and commandments. They ain't gotta keep the law, statutes, and commandments. They ain't gotta keep the works. You're gonna be called least in the kingdom. Keep going though.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
We gonna be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Woo! You got to do more work than them. Jump to on the Titus 3 and 14. You got to do more work than the wicked Pharisees. You got to be more righteous than them. But you just got to have faith, because what was something that they was lacking? They was lacking faith. They didn't get it. Yahweh Shai was rebuking them a lot of things because of faith, you know? They was claiming to have the works, but they didn't really have the works behind closed doors. They was faking. So you gotta have the real works and you gotta have faith together. You can't have faith without works. You can't have faith without works. So you, like the wicked Pharisees, they claiming to have works, but they ain't have faith. What does that tell me? If they claiming to have works, but they ain't have faith, that just tells me that they really didn't have works either. They were lying. Bullshit. Because you can't have one without another. You know? You can't get that.
And let ours also...
Read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Titus chapter 3, verse 14.
Yep.
And let ours also learn to maintain good works for necessary uses.
Maintain what?
Good works.
You gotta maintain good works, man. And that's the hardest part of this.
You gotta be consistent.
It's because being consistent, being on fire, enduring to the end, that's the hardest part, man. You gotta maintain good works. You can't just do one good work and say, I did one good work, I got faith that I'm gonna get saved off doing that one good work. You gotta continue doing good works, man. You gotta continue the faith, continue putting the videos up, continue going to camp, continue fasting, continue praying, continue keeping the high holy days. You gotta continue. Keep going. Just verse 14.
That they be not unfruitful. That was it.
And what did it say? What's the perfect precept to go along with that? 2 Timothy, right? Chapter 4. Verse 5, it says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. Do the work. You gotta have works. Of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. You gotta make full proof of it, man. It says, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. Paul, right? He was finna go out. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. like he said do the work. And then he said faith in verse 7. You gotta have faith with works. Show me your faith by your works. You know, Revelation chapter 3. Show me your faith by your works. You got to keep up that work. You got to finish your course. You can't start it and not finish something, man. You got to finish it. You got to continue doing the works all the way to the end, man. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. It says you don't want to be a part of this, man. That's why he said be consistent. You got to be consistent. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out my mouth. The Lord gonna spew you out the mouth if you ain't on fire, man. You gotta be consistent. You gotta keep that works. You gotta do them works. You gotta put up a good fight, like Paul said, to the end, or the Lord gonna take you out, man. Gonna take you out the way. You gotta continue doing those works, man. You can't be lukewarm in this truth, man. If you jump back to verse 11, it says, behold, I come quickly, hold thou fast, which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. The Lord said he come quickly. He says, hold thou fast what thou have. And what do we have? We have faith. We have these works. This is our power. Or the Lord said he's going to take your crown. You got to keep this faith to the end, just like Paul did. That's the perfect example. Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, but the letter J wasn't even created during that time. He was a Hebrew Israelite, and his mother and his father were Hebrew Israelites, and they gave him a Hebrew name. They wrote his name, they said they wrote King of Jews on the cross in Hebrew. So of course he had a Hebrew name, you know. But what did he do? You know, he kept the faith, he had faith. He went out on the highways and byways, no different than what we are doing, and he taught. He taught the Bible, you know, which is the same thing we got to do. Jump to Luke 4:17. Which is the same thing we got to do. We got to get out here and teach. We got to put this first over everything else. Because everything else don't matter, because the Lord going to destroy the earth. When the Lord comes back to set up the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be on earth, he's not going to let America be around. He's not going to let China be around. He's not going to let Russia be around. Oh, you got the kingdom of heaven over here, but then you got America over there doing their thing. No, he's going to destroy all kingdoms on earth, and it's only going to be one kingdom. It's his kingdom. Right? And the world, Luke 4, chapter 4, verse 17. And the world's going to fight against them. That's the war in heaven. When the Lord returns, the men that have control over the earth, they're going to meet the Lord in the heavens, which is the skies, and they're going to fight against him. They're going to try to subdue him. But they're not going to be able to. They're going to try. They're preparing right now. Why do you think you have a space force? You have a space force because they're getting ready to fight against the Lord when he returns. Because they want to keep us in slavery. They want us in bondage. They want us at the bottom. They don't want us to be free. And the Lord's coming back to free his people. And they don't want that to happen. Because the only way they got America is because they got us. Independence Day, how did they win the war on Independence Day? Because the slaves won the war for them. They were getting their ass kicked. They had to enlist the slaves to save them. But they going into slavery. The people that took us in slavery is going into slavery. That's righteous judgment.
And there was delivered unto him the book of...
With that, she had to get up out of there. Yeah. She couldn't hold that.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
She prayed for America. She had to get up out of there.
Yeah.
It got too hot in the kitchen for her. What I say, this is our power right here. With this, we got power. They can't come up against us with this. So many people done tried. You got Vocab Malone. What's the dude? Pastor Lynn or some shit like that. Sonetta. Brother Polite. You got all these people that done try to come up against the Hebrew Israelites, and they all got took down. We still here standing strong. Because this is our power. Go back to Romans chapter 3. It says, and to them were committed the oracles of God. Go ahead.
And Saint Luke chapter 4 verse 17. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to...
In that verse.
Recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised.
And what did it say? It says he said bring him the book of Isaiah. So that proves, which is Isaiah, which proves that what was the Lord doing? He was teaching. We finna read the exact precept that he read. It's Isaiah chapter 61. But yeah, she had to get up out of there. She couldn't hear that for too long. She had to get up out of there, you know. We was standing too bold. Get in the Apocrypha Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. It's gonna be close to the middle. She had to get up out of there, man. Because they don't want to hear this. This is where our power at. It got too hot. You know, but the Lord told us to do what? To go out there and preach the good tidings. What is it? What is that? What is it that the Lord want us to come out here and preach? We ain't out here to make these people feel good. I could have switched it to something else to try to make her feel good. No, we out here to tell the truth, man.
So we're not here to be loved.
We ain't here to be loved. What did it say in Matthew 24? It says, then you should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. We out here to teach the truth, man. That's the difference. That's why GMS is the top camp in Mystery Babylon right now. Really around the world, because there's GMSs all around the world. But just focus chapter 5. That's why GMS is the top camp right now. Why? Because we tell the truth. What did Sarnetta say? He said they tell the truth. They come from the Bible. They ain't going off feelings. We breaking it down the truth, man. That's why GMS is the top camp right now. But this is Isaiah 61. This is what the Lord told us to teach. And it's going to say the same thing. Verse 1, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the broken heart, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons to them that are bound. We know who in the prison, who make up 80%, so-called Negroes and Latinos. It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, the day of vengeance. Wait, the Lord coming back for vengeance? So he just going to come back and get vengeance on nothing. Who is he coming back to get vengeance on, man?
You gotta be done something.
Right. It says the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn. Who's the ones that mourning that he wants to comfort? To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, the Israelites, to give unto them beauty for ashes, all for joy of mourning. So we're gonna get beauty for the ashes we got right now. We're gonna get all for joy of mourning. We're gonna get garments of praises in the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the plenty of the Lord, that he may be glorified. And they shall build the oasis, and they shall rise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities and the desolates of the generation. So we're going to rebuild our city. So the Lord going to destroy Israel, but we're going to rebuild it. So we're going to get out there and rebuild it physically with our hands. Let's see what he say. And the strangers shall stand and feed your flock, the other nations. The sons of the alien, the other nations, shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. Does it say that they got a choice? It says they shall, meaning they slaves. It says, but us, shall be named priests of the Lord. Man should call you the ministers of God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentile. We're going to take their fucking riches. What did it say in Zechariah 14? We're going to take all the silver and all the gold. It says, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. So all the glory they got, we're going to be boasted because we going to have it. For your shame ye shall have double. For your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land shall their land they shall possess double. Everlasting joy shall be into them. That's what the Lord going to give us, everlasting joy. You got that?
To the beginning, right? Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
What did we just say? She came and watched. Was a man back here watching us? But we wasn't scared. We wasn't worried about their feelings. We wasn't worried about their fucking views. You blocking the view. No, we stood in great boldness in front of the face of those that afflicted us and brung out the truth. And it got too hot and she had to skate off.
Yeah, that's because what they believe in is the false doctrine.
They praying for America, just like these false Negroes. Acceptable. Remember, it was the acceptable Negro, Carlton.
Yeah.
He had the image of being an acceptable Negro. Now today you got acceptable Hebrews that say shit like all nations can be saved because they want to be accepted by the Edomites. They want to say good things to kind of comfort the Edomites. All nations could be saved. Now they're acceptable Hebrew Negroes. That's what we call them. Acceptable Hebrew Negroes. We ain't trying to be the acceptable Hebrew Negroes. We gonna stand in great boldness in their face. Keep going. praying for goddamn America to be healed.
And made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Yeah, because they gonna see those chariots. And they gonna be like, damn, this is real? We thought it was aliens. That's their salvation though. They gonna be troubled with terrible fear. They gonna be like, it's strange. He was just standing here, and then a light got beamed on him, and he went up into the sky. We was about to put him to death. Damn, that's strange.
So far beyond all that they looked for. And they repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he.
They gonna say this was he? Keep going.
Whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
They gonna say, wait, the Negroes or the Jews? The West Indians, the Haitians? They're the Israelites, the Dominicans? The Puerto Ricans, Cubans? Wait, these are the Israelites? Wait, we thought the people in the land were the Jews. Wait, we thought we were the church, the Christian church. We thought we was the Christian, we were the church. It's them? That's what they gonna be saying. We gonna be laughing at their ass. Psalm chapter 2 said the Lord should laugh at them.
We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
They said these Negroes ain't gonna never be none. They ain't gonna never have their own nation. They ain't gonna never unify. They ain't gonna never have none. They always gonna be at the bottom. They always gonna be on the bad side of the wage gap. They accounted our life for madness.
They think this our lot forever.
Yeah, forever. Perpetual slavery. That's why they want to take the Lord down, so they can keep us in perpetual slavery. That's why they want you to take the mark of the beast so bad, so they know that they got you in slavery forever. They could turn off your chip if you get out of order. And y'all niggas gonna go take the shit. Crazy.
How is he numbered among the children of the Most High?
How is he?
And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the day of truth.
They gonna have to admit it at that time, because there ain't gonna be no more faking and hiding it. They gonna have to admit it, then we erred. They are the true Israelites, because they gonna see that power. They gonna be in fear. That's why. Yep.
And the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We weary ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
Yep.
Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Right there. They gonna say they have not known it. And it ain't just the Edomites and the other nations, our people, the wicked of our people gonna say the same thing. They gonna say, damn, we ain't know it. Damn, it's damn, it was us the whole time. Those weird dudes with garments and fringes on downtown, that was the elect. They finna be kings in the kingdom. That was them. Why wasn't we doing that? We erred. So just like when the Lord was crucified, the wicked Edomites and the wicked that wanted to get him crucified of our people, they gonna be mixed together in the fire and brimstone, burning. But the difference is the Israelites will be reborn back into the kingdom as Israelites, of course, where they gonna inherit the kingdom, and the other nations, they go into slavery. You know? But to wrap this all up, you know, show me your faith by your works, you know? Show me something. What did Pooh Shiesty, when he first got on, he said, show me that it work or something?
Yeah.
With the gun, he was saying, show me that it work or something?
Yeah.
Show me something. Show me some works.
You gotta prove yourself. Man.
Yeah. You can't, just like Pooh Shiesty was saying, you can't just have faith and just be around talking like, I'll bust this bitch. I could bust this bitch. He said, show me it. I'm saying that in the truth. Show me something. Show me your works. Not just your faith. Don't just like the posters and like the pictures and comment and say you doing your thing. No, you show me something. You show me some works. You know, so we gonna end it off there. We gonna say salvation to the elect. Only the elect, man.
Salvation to the elect.
Shalom. We gonna give all praises
Shalom.
to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders. Peace, blessings, honors to all the brothers in this truth. And GMS is the top camp in Mystery Babylon, but really in the whole world. You know?
Dope. Shalom.